Hi there, here's another brief yoga practice, movement practice for you. So as always, we're going to begin with our joint movement, and that starts at the feet where we circle one foot a few times in one direction and then change direction, circle the other way. And any way you need to modify this, of course, you can. Place that foot down, shift your weight, other foot, circle a few times in one direction. And change direction. Feet come back to center, point straight ahead, bend the knees, either bend and straighten, or you can make some circles, a few in one direction, and a few in the other direction. Hands rise up to the hips. Now we'll circle the hips around. Change direction. Come back to center, and here we're going to have the feet a little bit wider apart, knees soft and bouncy, swing the arms and twist side to side. Now remember, when you twist, you want to take your lower body with you in the same direction as you twist. Sometimes people do the opposite and they do things like this, and that's actually torquing the body. So again, take your lower body with you into the twist and let your arms kind of fly. Make sure to keep the knees soft and bouncy. Notice I kind of bend with the knees. All right, let's come back to center. Feet come right back underneath the hips. Arms open straight out from the shoulders. Palms face the sky. Take one arm and internally rotate it. Thumb points down, shoulder rolls in. And then switch, winding and unwinding from the shoulder all the way down through the forearm, the wrist, and the hand. Let's externally rotate both arms, palms up. Bend the elbows to 90 degrees. Forearms come as close together as possible. Loosely interlace the fingers and let your dominant hand lead to make a figure 8. Come back to center, unthread the fingers, rethread with the opposite thumb in front. Now let your non-dominant hand lead and make the figure 8. Let's release the arms down. A few great big shoulder rolls in one direction. And change direction. Bring the shoulders up toward the ears, roll them back and down. Now standing really well. Feet rooting downward, crown of the head lifting skyward. Really feel that length to the body, length to the spine. Attention to the tip of the nose now. Draw a circle with your nose in front of you. Relax your jaw. Gentle stretch for the neck. Only move through a range of motion that's comfortable for you. Change direction. Come back to center. Now let's inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, really reach fingertips to sky. Now exhale, lower one arm down, other arm comes over into a side stretch. Breathe deeply into that side rib cage. Inhale, both arms up, really reach, grow as tall as you can, stretch. And then exhale to the other side. Feel that open side, breathe into it. Inhale, come back to center. Now when we exhale, you're gonna lower the arms down. You're gonna bring your hands to the back of your hips. Make sure the back of your hips, this is below your waist. You don't want your hands up really high. They should be kind of just above your butt. Really suck in through the core here. We want to keep the core nice and strong. We're gonna roll the shoulders back and down and try and lift your chest up to the sky. Now you can look up if that doesn't bother your neck. If it does start to bother your neck, look straight ahead, but keep the chest lifting. Deep breaths. This is called Camel Pose. This is a standing version of Camel Pose. As you exhale, release your arms, let your chin come down. Just kind of relax here for a moment. We're going to do that 2 more times. So bring soft fists to the back of the hips. Keep your core drawn in. Zip up through that core. Shoulders roll back and down. Lift the chest. Imagine there's a string tied to your sternum and someone is lifting that string up to the sky. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Elbows squeeze together. Deep breaths. Exhale and release. 1 more time after resting for a breath. Hands to the back of the hips. Shoulders roll back and down. Lift that heart center up and take some deep breaths here. Notice how this one feels compared to the first one you did. Exhale and release. Let your chin come towards your chest. Just pause here for a deep breath. So we just opened the front body and really activated, strengthened the back body. Now we're going to give the back body a stretch. So I really want to invite you to soften your knees or bend your knees, actually a lot. Bend your knees so much that you can fold forward and rest your belly or your rib cage on your thighs. And we're going to fold forward so that you can hold on to one hand and then the other. Let your head and neck relax. Try to relax here as much as possible. Now you're holding yourself up with your legs, so you might feel your legs working. That's okay. Deep breath, inhale, exhale with a sigh and relax, and even more. Let the head go even more. To come up, keep your knees bent. Bring the hands to the top of the thighs. Press yourself back up to standing. And just pause here for a moment. We're going to do that again. First of all, when you start to sit back, it's like you're sitting back into a chair, so you're driving your hips behind you. Notice that my knees are not past my toes, but my knees are staying pretty over my ankles. My feet are hip width distance apart as I'm coming forward to fold. Hold on to either elbow. Just let your upper body hang. Breathe. Deep breaths. Feel the back body release if you can. Hands come to the top of the thighs. Slowly press yourself up, rising back up to standing. All right, so we've done a joint series. We've done a side stretch, opening the side body. We've done back bends. We've done forward folds. Now we're going to work on balance and really being here in the present moment. So coming into just a tree pose, balancing on one leg, bringing that other foot in. You can keep the toes on the floor. You don't have to lift that foot. You can lift it if you want to. And with your hands and arms, think about what might work for you. Sometimes that's palms together. Sometimes that's hands at the hips or the waist. Sometimes that's arms open out wide or elbows bent. Gaze at one point and deepen your breath. And if you need to bring that leg down, if it was lifted, if you need to bring it down to regain your balance, that's okay. And while we're here in tree pose, really just drop your attention into the present moment. And it's tree, so you might imagine or visualize that you have roots down into the earth, just like a tree does. Your upper body is long and graceful, lifting up, and you might sway a little bit, and that's okay. Let's slowly bring this leg down. Pause for a moment on 2 feet, and then shift to the other foot, shifting your weight over and bringing the heel in. I'm going to try a different hand position on this side. You do whatever feels right for you. Again, you can lift that foot up a little bit off the ground if you'd like. Do what feels right. See if you can invite in just a little smile, even if you're not feeling it right now. What does it do to your posture? What does it do to your mood? If you just force the corners of your mouth to turn upward just for a few breaths, just so you can enjoy these few deep breaths, having a moment of appreciation and gratitude for these deep breaths right here, right now in this moment. Let's go ahead and lower down on this side. Kind of give everything a little shake. Now that we did that balancing, roll the shoulders. Let's take a deep inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. And exhale, float the arms back down. Let's take 2 more deep breaths like that. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. This time when your hands come down, pause here for a moment in stillness. And then go ahead and continue about your day. That was your few minutes of yoga and movement. I hope you enjoyed it. Practice it as much as you'd like, and take care.